Red zone ICY.
All right, again, a reminder, if we could have cell phones muted and then on vibrate to keep the audio clean, we appreciate that. Again, please identify yourself, and the order will go opening statement from head coach. We'll have questions for the student athletes and then come back for more comments from coach. But Coach Nagy, if you'd open up with the opening statement, please.
Very, very physical game. Very physical game, and we knew that it would be. You know, really of all the teams that I would prefer not to play, it's them because I think Dane does a really good job, and we struggled with them in the past. Obviously, this year we've done very well against them. But I was hoping to see somebody else. You know, I mean, we didn't. Our kids did a great job. We weren't very good offensively in the second half. We didn't shoot. You know, we didn't shoot free throws like we should have. But we did enough. You know, I mean, when they got to 7, they made a big play. We made the plays we needed to make. And you know, Dale was really good tonight. And I knew he would be. The thing about Dale is I can tell. The day before the game when he's going to play well, and he was locked in yesterday. We had a great practice yesterday. It was very short, crisp. The kids were locked in, and we got off to a great start, and that's probably what won us the game because the rest of it was a dogfight.
Let's go to questions for the student athletes first.
Dale, student with Dakota, just wanted to, obviously you brought a lot of energy to the team tonight. The crowd did as well. How much did the crowd kind of lift you guys up, especially when IPFW was making a run in the second half there?
I mean, they did a great job of lifting us up. You know, we knew if we came out and did what we were supposed to, we were going to have a good backing. And in those tight situations, that's always good because you know, we were struggling for a little bit, but you know, we make a play and we just fed off the crowd. You know, they were getting into it. So anytime you have something like that, it's always a plus.
Nick Hartley probably is a little media. Last year, you guys kind of had a letdown in the first game against IPFW in the quarterfinals here. How much of a difference did you notice between last year and this year, the two teams?
I mean, last year was a good game too. But this year we've had success against them 3 times now. So I mean, it was a good game. They're a tough team. Thought we really played well early on, first half, and then second half. I mean, we just held on and held it too close at the end. But overall, it's a good effort.
Terry Dannerbeck with our Cedars. Where did you guys got 21? Then you made a little bit of a push late in the first half, and then got it down to 4. What changed for you, or what allowed them to kind of get back into it?
And they shot really well second half, 57%. So I mean, anytime you give up that, I mean, they're going to make a run at you. I mean, they're a good team. We knew they were going to make a run. I mean, not like we were going to blow them out the whole time. We were up 20, but I mean, they made a nice first half push. So I mean. And then we cut it down to 4. We just kept our composure. That really helped us and kept winning.
Dale, Jim Medlinski, Keller TV. You got most of your points down there in the paint. As someone who's out on the floor, talk about how physical that game was and what it was like out there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have great passing. You know, big man Nate, you know, great passer. So I know, you know, we put the ball on the floor, you know, cut, and those opportunities are there. And I mean, yeah, it's definitely a physical game down there, but we knew it would be that way. And honestly, I think it's good for us, you know, set the tone for the rest of the tournament. So anytime you can play in a game like that and win it, it's a great feeling.
2 more questions for the student athletes.
Jim Nelson with Kansas Flydale. You know, can you explain the adrenaline rush of March basketball, a tight game in pretty much your hometown and kind of the team's own backyard, and just that whole atmosphere as a whole?
It's honestly amazing. Like, you know, Frost is great. You know, we've had a great fan support there, but it's a completely different atmosphere down here. And you know, we're fortunate for it to be in Sioux Falls. And I mean, yeah, there's really nothing like it during the regular season. And I think, you know, everyone can just tell. You know, when you're in the building, you hear the buzz of the crowd and everything right before tip-off and whatnot. But yeah, it's a completely different ball game. And you know, we have a lot of guys who haven't really been in this situation and played in that game, so you know, it's good that they stepped up and played well and got the first one under our belt, so it should be good the rest of the way.
Dale, do you feel there was a defensive letdown in the second half? You guys let them shoot 57%, and they really climbed back into the game in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they started being more aggressive off the drive, and you know, whenever you get a lead like that, sometimes you tend to relax at certain times, and I think we did that at a point, and that just gives, you know, certain players confidence. And I mean, they fought, though, and give credit to them. And I mean, you know, just down the stretch, fouled a lot, but close games, that's kind of how it is. But there was a little bit of a letdown, but the fact that we were able to pull it out, and just get the win, says a lot.
Nate, you guys get another shot at Oakland, right where you want to be, getting another look at them. You've given them a pretty good run the first few times you played them. Is this kind of you couldn't write a better script, I guess, to use a cliche, so it's safe to say you guys are pretty geared up for that matchup?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think the whole team is. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a great atmosphere. And they're a great team, but I think the game can win, and we'll see what happens.
Nate, final minutes have got to be a little bit hairy. Did you feel that you kind of taking the burden of the team on your shoulders for the last couple minutes of the game?
I wouldn't say that. Shot clock was running down in that one. I pulled up in that big three, but other than that, just tried to make some free throws. I missed a couple and kind of let down at the end. Got back in the game, but got the win.
Last question. All right, guys, you're free to go. Thank you. And we'll continue follow-up questions with Coach Nagy.
Scott, you guys haven't won a lot of close games this year. Unfortunately, this one they're closer than you wanted to. But anything different about the execution? Do you feel okay about the way the guys handled it once it got down to 4?
Yeah, I felt okay with it. The only thing in terms of a coaching change that I could have made, thought about, was just going zone, because we knew they were just going to put their heads down and drive. But you go zone, you lose shooters too, and we don't rebound very good out of the zone. That was my concern. That's why I did go with it. And had we made free throws and taken care of business, it wouldn't have gotten as hairy as it did. But we had some kids make some big plays. Jordan Dice was a freshman, and he goes 4 for 4, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, no turnovers. Just really played well. Unfortunately, he was in foul trouble. He would have played more. And I just can't say enough how important that is for us to have players like that coming off the bench. So yeah, I thought, you're going to put it in Nate and Clint's hands. Clint has struggled still a little bit, but we're going to go with Clint because Clint's our guy.
Coach Tom Davis, News Sentinel. Coach Five talked about mixing up his game plan defensively and trying to do some different things. Did you see anything that really stood out defensively by them that was different from the first
Yeah.
few games?
Well, number one, it started a lot smaller. That was like the first time we've ever played against a team that was smaller than us. And, they tried to switch everything. North Dakota State did the same thing. They probably thought that, that it would be effective. A couple times, they had some people switch off on to Nate, where we just backed it out and got away from him, and he's going to get by him. He gets by just about everybody. And they did a lot of stuff. I guess, that's the one thing I noticed. My focus is so much more defensively, and I was trying to get him stopped. But that's the one thing I noticed is that on our ball screens, they were switching most of that stuff.
Obviously, Oakland's a good team. What kind of basketball will it take? What kind of effort will it take?
Just about perfect for us to beat them. It will. We'll have to do a great job of rebounding the ball. We've not gotten stopped at all offensively. We're going to have to be incredible defensively. It's going to be physical. They've had a day of rest, and so they'll have the advantage there. We're going to have to play just about perfect to win the basketball game.
2 more questions.
Coach Neil Rule with Oakland Radio. What have you learned about Oakland in your 2 meetings?
That they're really good. They just are. Offensively, it's as good a team as we played all year, without question. And I have a lot. I would like to play some zone, but we just don't rebound out of it. I feel like we get them to miss more shots when we play zone, but we don't rebound out of it. And so, as a coach, do we stay man and give up the high field goal percentage, rebound better? I don't know. I'm back and forth on it, and I know we're going to have to score a lot of points, and we're going to have to play. We're going to have to hope they don't play their best game.
Coach, a lot of people talk about home court advantage also being kind of a double-edged sword because there's some pressure and some expectations that are built up too. Your team faced a lot of that in the second half when they were making their run and got close. Is that a good sign your team was able to?
Yeah. I think that it is, and quite honestly, when you got a player like Nate, it just makes it easier. You just put it in his hands and let him make plays for himself and for other people, and he was picked first team all counts for a reason. I think the other teams know that he's that good, it just makes it a lot easier when he has his hands on the ball. He's a great free throw shooter. He didn't shoot him great tonight, but he's a very good free throw shooter, and he's going to get fouled a lot, and he's going to make tremendous passes. So it's easy to keep it in his hands when things get tight. And it, there is some to that there's some pressure, but I think that would be in this game. I think tomorrow night, there's no pressure. Now we can relax and play.
Coach, Mike Hadley, College Insider. How much? Obviously, it feels good to win this one, but what's it mean after you guys lost IPFW in last year's quarterfinals? I mean, how much bigger is it knowing that you knocked them off?
That doesn't mean anything to me. In other words, I don't think anybody was carrying that around from last year. There really wasn't even much talk about it, so that wasn't much of a motivational factor. A lot of talk was, it's tough to beat a good team 3 times, and it is. But I kept saying that we only have to beat them once, and that was the focus. We knew we had good matchups. They would have a hard time guarding us. We were good defensively in the first half, and it's kind of been that way all year, where we've been pretty good defensively in the first half. Our defense gets away from the bench, and so it's hard to communicate with them, and then we don't play as well in the second half, and that's going to have to change tomorrow.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Congratulations.